What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the 88 sedan some more, but first we got to head to the parts store to place an order for the timing chain components and have those on the way. And when we get back here to the garage, we're going to pull the subframe out of the engine bay and start prepping those for all the new components. So they only have the tensioner in stock. The chain and the water pump comes in tomorrow, so we'll grab that in the morning. All right, guys, so I have both the front knuckle assembly completely taken apart. The rotors itself does not have any sort of warpage whatsoever. I'm gonna figure out what the minimum specification is for the thickness of the rotor, because you know we're on a tight budget, and you know if this is still within specification, I might just send these off to get spun and just have a fresh new surface on it. The wheel bearing itself, this one feels really good. I mean, it does have a little play because the axle's not in it, but this one has a ginormous amount of play. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys even see that? That is going to need to get replaced. I'd rather do it now while we are here. The calipers itself, I don't know if they're sticking, I don't know if they're good, I don't know if they're bad, but these are probably the original ones to the car, and I don't know, I might just give it a shot and try to clean them up and just kind of refresh these. Also get some new brake pads and stuff, because you know they're pretty rusted and they're like already 50% down, so may as well change them. You know, in the brake system, really all you got to start with is just brake pads. Get a good brake pad on some clean disc and you will have some noticeable stopping power. The upper control arm, these guys right here, they do have some cracks all around. This one is not completely detached just yet, but it is on its way out. The other side, this one right here, this one is talking to me. Hi guys, how y'all doing? please, please don't replace me. Yes, I will. I'm definitely going to buy a new upper control arm as well too. It looks like somebody took off this side because the cross brace is not on here, right? But these guys are gonna get changed out. Probably gonna reuse these guys, new brake pads, new wheel bearings, clean these spindles, the fork, make it all nice and pretty with some, you know, some spray paint. Nobody's gonna see underneath the suspension wheel well. The rotors, probably gonna cut these if they're within specifications, but we'll figure that out later. eBay pair of front rotors are like, I don't know, I'm throwing a random number here, but 30 bucks for a pair, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and find places for these, throw away what I don't need, and throw the subframe up here so we can start taking apart the control arm, the sway bar, and the rack and pinion itself. Which one? Like 16 grand as is. Running driving car, 450 plus. Well, not 450 plus, but 400 plus. All right, guys, so I haven't really taken apart my entire subframe just yet. My buddy actually came over right now because I requested something from him. I was talking about the rotors right here, and I was doing some measurements, trying to figure out what's the minimum thickness it needs to be before you can spin it. And I literally sat here and watched a YouTube video on how to read a micrometer. One of you guys sent this to the PO box, and I'm putting it to use. So originally I grabbed my wagon book right here, and I was looking at all the measurements and everything to see what is the max refinishing limit, right? And I'm looking at it, two-wheel drive, 21 millimeter starting, like brand new, and then maximum refinishing limit is 19 millimeter, 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch, right? And then I went to go measure this guy, and the reading off of this micrometer, if I'm reading it correctly, we're sitting at about 0.724 thousandths of an inch, 724, right? And I'm like, okay, well, that's a little bit under 0.75. And I was like, hold on a second, let me go check my CRX book, right? So I'm gonna go check my CRX book, and guys, two different freaking measurements. So the RT and the front wheel drive wagon has a much thicker reading for the standard, where the standard over here, aside from HX, is 19, and then 17 max refinishing limit, and then standard HF is 1715. So right here, max refinishing limit 0.67. We are at 0.72, so these are good to be respun and reused, and my buddy Eric is going to do it for me. He did the rotors on my wagon before I reassembled that car back together. So before I have him take these rotors, I'm gonna wire wheel down all of this rust right here, the top side, bottom side. I'm gonna get this all nice and freshened up, and then I'm gonna have him take it, so when he spins it, all the rust are gonna be gone, including the surface, and then he'll have this back to me tomorrow. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and knock that out real quick, and then we'll disassemble this entire thing and probably pick back up with you guys tomorrow when I get all the timing components shipped in from O'Reilly's. I'm using rust reformer, right, because there is still some rust on here, just the slightest, but this right here should somewhat help. Instantly converts rust to a protected paintable surface is what it says. So I'm just gonna use that. This is the first one I painted. Put you guys up in the light. Oh yeah, you guys remember how this thing looks, because tomorrow it's gonna look brand freaking used. All right, guys, so we are finally done with the refresh on the K20a2 that's going to be going back into the car. I've been dreading on doing this for a while now because the engine, I pulled it out a little while ago. The engine bay got painted a little while ago, and I couldn't move forward with the engine until I got the parts I needed, which we picked up today. Timing chain, tensioner, water pump, picked up a rear main seal as well too. I didn't install this yet because the flywheel is still on the long block, and I need the long block on the ground to pop the flywheel off to install this new one, and then put the flywheel and the new clutch, which is on the way. Shout out to Action Clutch, link in the description below. We have an Ironman clutch on the way, which is going to be very suitable for front wheel drive and when we go all wheel drive. So once the clutch gets here, we pop the engine off the stand, we assemble the whole bottom end, the transmission, and then all of this can finally go back into the car. My buddy Eric also stopped by earlier to drop off the rotors. He spun for me today. Big shout out to him. A couple of clips ago, we measured out the rotors and it was still within the limitation to get spun, and he didn't cut too much off of it, even though he did it 2 rounds, because it was slightly warped and the rust kind of ate it a little bit, right? But after remeasuring it, I don't know where the post-it went, but after remeasuring it, we are still within the limitation to get him spun again if need to be later down the road. This is what it looks like now. Really glad that I took off all that rust to paint the inside, outside, and the skirt black. And after the spin, it looks freaking brand freaking used, dude. Big shout out to the homie Eric for taking care of me when I need it. So these rotors are going to be going back into the car once we tidied up all the suspension components and the brake components. If you guys made it to this point, you guys saw all the progress we made with the subframe, the removal of the old suspension components, and obviously the refresh of the long block. Man, we're gonna wrap it up right here. If you guys enjoyed this update, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stick around for more, because hopefully the next day or so when this clutch comes in, man, the engine, subframe, everything is going to start going back into the car. So if you guys want to see that progress, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.